So right after the first debate between Harris and Trump, the Harris campaign says they're ready for round two.
Here with the Trump campaign response is Trump 2024 National Press Secretary and Trump campaign surrogate, Karoline Leavitt. Karoline, what is the official campaign position? Are we going to get a second debate?
Well, let's be very clear. President Trump committed to 3 debates this election cycle. One on Fox News, which Kamala Harris never showed up for. It turned into a town hall with the great Sean Hannity. Last night on ABC, which President Trump won, Kamala Harris lost. And then President Trump also committed to another one on NBC News on September 25th, which the Kamala campaign denied. So Kamala Harris's campaign immediately committing to a debate last night proves that they know she has a lot more work to do. She did not do the job that she needed to last night. She could not explain her runaway inflation over the past 4 years. She punted a question on immigration and the border crisis. We know she's been border czar and has overseen this crisis that Americans are living through. And she also doubled down on the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan. She did not say the names of the 13 Gold Star families who were killed on her watch, and she did not take responsibility for that crisis either. A CNN poll last night showed that President Trump actually increased trust with the American people on the issue of the economy, which we know is the #1 issue in this election. So look, we'll see what the debates look like in the future, but President Trump committed to 3 this election cycle. Let's not forget about that.
Caroline, I want to ask you about some of the media coverage that we're already starting to see about this debate last night. The Wall Street Journal puts it this way: Harris baits Trump in fiery presidential debate. And then this from the Washington Post: Harris crisply attacks Trump in debate. He retorts with fiery rhetoric. Is that how you would characterize how the debate went last night?
I certainly wouldn't depend on the Washington Compost to accurately characterize the debate last night. Look, President Trump was in a 3-on-1 cage match. These moderators were so incredibly biased. Anyone with eyes and ears could see it. As you previously reported, they fact-checked President Trump 5 times, did not fact-check Kamala Harris once, despite her spewing countless lies that have been widely debunked, even from far-left media outlets in this country. President Trump did what he had to do last night. He successfully prosecuted the case against Kamala Harris. In his closing argument, wrapped it up perfectly. If Kamala Harris wants to bring down the costs for working families, if she wants to secure the border, if she wants to stop the war that has erupted on her watch as vice president, then she should go back to the White House, bring Joe Biden off of the beach, and do it right now. She is the incumbent president. Those were the final words in the debate last night. That's the message that resonates with the American people. We're already seeing that again in the post-debate polls.
So what's next? Trump will be right back to the battlegrounds, Arizona tomorrow, Nevada on Friday. Recent polling from NPR and PBS Marist says Trump is surging, about 14 points among independents, 19 points among Latinos. So in the final minute we have, Caroline, did the debate help or hurt Trump's momentum with the Latino and independent voter?
Well, I think it will ultimately prove that it will help because, again, Kamala Harris refused to take responsibility for the illegal immigration crisis that has ravaged border states and all states across this great country. President Trump will continue to barnstorm the country. He will be on the West Coast later this week. He'll be in Arizona on Thursday. Today, of course, he will be in New York City and also in Pennsylvania to commemorate the anniversary of 9/11. And our hearts must remain today with all of the victims who suffered in that terrorist attack. And by the way, last night, Kamala Harris said January 6th was the worst terrorist attack on our nation's soil. Absolutely not true. And it's disrespectful for her to say that just 12 hours before 9/11 today.
Yeah, well, you bring up a good point. Both candidates are going to be very busy at multiple locations honoring the victims of 9/11. And of course, our thoughts are with them and their families today, throughout the day, and every day as well. Karoline Leavitt, thank you so much for joining us this morning post-debate. We appreciate it very much.
Good to see you. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.